We all wait for the right time, the right mood, the right chance. But what if the right moment never knocks? This is the story of a young man who learned that sometimes you don't need a perfect moment. You just need courage to begin. In a small mountain village surrounded by tall pine trees lived Raghav, a simple school teacher with a big dream: to open a small library for children. The village, hidden among misty hills, had no library, no books, only stories whispered by the elders near the bonfire. Raghav wanted to change that. He believed that books could open doors even when mountains closed paths. But Raghav had one habit. He kept waiting. When I earn more, I'll start. When I get support, I'll build it. When the time feels right. Days became weeks. Weeks turned into years. And that dream, once shining bright, became a quiet ache inside him. Every time Raghav walked past the old, empty shed near the school, he imagined it filled with books, laughter, and children reading. But then, reality spoke louder than hope. He didn't have enough money. He didn't know where to start. And more than anything, he was scared of failing. Every night, he'd look at the stars above the mountains and whisper, "Someday, I'll begin." But someday never came. The children in the village grew older and his dream grew colder. Raghav felt trapped, not by the mountains, but by his own hesitation. One morning, as Raghav walked to school, he saw a small boy sitting under a tree, trying to read a torn, faded book. The boy looked up and said, "Master Ji, I read the same page every day because I don't have another one." That moment hit Raghav harder than any storm. He realized the truth. He was waiting for a perfect time while the world was waiting for him. That evening, he made a decision. He took a deep breath, looked at the empty shed, and said softly, "It may not be perfect." But it's time Raghav cleaned the dusty shed with his own hands. He gathered old newspapers, torn notebooks, and even used textbooks from the villagers. He painted the walls with leftover paint from his school. Children came to help. One brought a broken chair, another brought a few pages from an old storybook. It wasn't a grand library, but it was alive with laughter and hope. When the first child picked up a book and smiled, Raghav's eyes filled with tears. That moment wasn't perfect, but it was real. Months later, a local traveler visited the village, saw the library, and donated boxes of books. Soon, Raghav's little shed became a mountain library that every child loved. And all of it started, not when things were perfect, but when he stopped waiting. Life will never give you a perfect time. The rain will fall, the doubts will whisper, and the fear will follow you everywhere. But remember, imperfection is not the enemy. Inaction is. Start with what you have, where you are, with whoever is willing to stand beside you. Because even the smallest step on a rough mountain path takes you closer to your dream than standing still on smooth ground. The truth is simple. You don't need perfect moments. You need brave ones. If Raghav's story touched your heart, take this as your sign. Stop waiting. Begin today in your own small way. This was Stop Waiting for Perfect Moments, a gentle reminder from Eliza Bethell's tales that sometimes the world changes the moment you do. Like, share, and subscribe. Because someone you love might be waiting for the same reminder today.